What's the deal with pork shoulder? How do you do it? What's the best way to do it? And how would that work out on the Grilla? Your average pork shoulder is going to be anywhere between 12 and about 20 pounds. I've seen them even bigger depending on how big the hog is. It's going to take a little while to cook, that's for sure. We're going low and slow today on it. We're going to take our time. When you get a pork shoulder, you'll notice it has some very hard skin on the outside. You come up about 6 to 8 inches, and I'll cut kind of a half moon shape or an arc, and I'll go ahead and trim off the rest of that skin up to that half moon, and I'll leave it around that wrist meat, or that some people call it ankle meat, but that meat is very, very precious. It's a redder meat. It's a super sweet meat, and in my opinion, it's one of the best parts of the pork shoulder, and maybe even one of the best parts of the hog. I have a homemade vinegar sauce that my grandfather used to make back in the 70s, and I've kind of reworked and readapted. I take that vinegar sauce, and I usually use a 1-to-1 ratio of that vinegar sauce versus peak nectar. You can find that in the Jumex brand at your local big box store typically. We've been running $2.25 the whole time, and we want you to see what it looks like, and we're going to check in throughout the day as this thing progresses. And you know what? By the end of the day, it's probably going to be dark by the time this thing is done, because I bet it's going to take us about 14 to 16 hours to get this thing fully cooked if we don't wrap it. So this is what our injection looks like here. Pretty straightforward. There's some herbs and stuff you can see in there, but for the most part it injects pretty easily. And how about the swing top lid, making a great shelf to work from? I do love that about the Grilla. Let's throw some more liquid love in here, as I like to call it. And we'll let it rest another 6 hours and see what happens. The pork shoulders are pretty much done. We've done a couple rounds of basting on them, or mopping if you prefer. They're looking beautiful. You can see from the pictures that they have a great bark on them, great color. That mop really helps things out. So it's time to pull these things off the shoulder, off the pit, go inside, and get it ready to eat. It's not as hard to cook as a lot of people think. It does take some time, but once you master a few basic concepts, you'll nail it every time. It's actually pretty simple. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, pitmaster@gorillagrills.com. Hit us on Facebook, hit us on Twitter, @GorillaGrills. Do whatever you need to do to get information to us or questions to us, because we love doing these videos and we love answering your questions. We want you to know that you're part of the Grilla family, and we want to help you become the king of your backyard jungle with your Grilla products. That's what we're here for, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We hope you take this recipe and wow the neighborhood with it. Again, I'm Shane Draper with Gorilla Grills. You guys be blessed.